Hey there, Titans. In this video, we'll troubleshoot Salesforce connection to Titan. Okay, so we'll start with Titan Flow, since Titan Flow needs the Titan package to be installed in Salesforce. And if you run it without Titan being installed on Salesforce, what we will see is an error like so. So if I'll take a look at the logs, whenever you run, you see workflow not found. That means that basically the package was not installed. And also whenever you publish the flow within Titan, you'll see that your submission should be enabled, and we'll talk about that in just a second. And obviously also you have to start with installing the package, Titan package, in the Salesforce. After you've done that, if it's still not working, you want to make sure that the Titan user, that's the Salesforce user that's connected to Titan, that's authenticated with Titan, has access to the package components. If it doesn't, if you didn't install for all users and the user that's running does not have permission, you could use permission sets and apply the Titan permission set into that user. Will provide the Titan permission set with the package. Another thing you want to make sure is, and we're displaying it whenever you publish a flow within Titan, you need to enable the submission API by clicking here, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Another thing is calling Titan from within a flow. So let's say I have a flow here and I called, obviously I've installed the package. I have a flow here that's calling the Titan Docgen, and I pass the API key, the form hash, and the record ID, but still my document is not generating. Let me run this real quick. So this one is running on a contact, so I'll navigate to a contact and I'll run it real quick and we'll see what we see. So my flow is configured to run on any update on the account. So if I'll run this update now, my flow will run, but if I'll take a look at my logs, I'll see nothing. No new log has come. I don't see that action ran from Salesforce to Titan. If it were, I would see some logs here happening, some successes. I don't see any errors or success at that. That tells me a few things. First thing I want to check is I'm connected to the right environment, which I'm not at the moment. So let me just make sure this is not the correct environment. So I want to go ahead and connect to the correct Salesforce. And once I've done that, I want to make sure that I head over to document generation, settings, document generation, allow API access, and I'll navigate to API. Make sure that I have at least the submission tick. Okay, I have everything on here, but for this to work, you need at least the submission on, and then hit apply. Once you hit apply, and if we will run this again, I'll go to my contact and let's do a quick edit here. And now if I'll navigate back to my logs and let's refresh, I see that I got the request and now everything will run smoothly. If you have further issues, one thing, and you've gone through this process, you want to make sure obviously that everything is correct with your flow and your flow is actually triggering according to whatever you did in the conditions, to make sure that it's not a Salesforce issue. Another thing, you want to double check that you're sending the correct form hash and FT API key depending on what you're doing. In this instance, then I want to make sure that the form hash and FT API key meets the correct hash and API key from Titan. And for Docgen, you can do that by simply navigating to the Docgen project. You go to word mapping or PDF mapping or Excel mapping, depending on what you're running. And we want to make sure under the process builder option that the hash and API key matches what we have on the flow. Similarly for Titan sign, we want to navigate to the sign project, take a look at the Salesforce configuration and make sure that everything is correct. Same goes for flow. So if we'll navigate to our flow here, whenever we publish the flow, we can use allow Apex process builder, look at the publish mode or test mode, depending on whatever it is you're running, and take the correct hash and API key from that project. And this is how it's done.